Hello everyone and welcome back to more Tyranny. So, in the last video we dealt with Karn. We blighted the entire land for a thousand some years, a millennia. Fun times. So now we are back at the Iron Have to go Tortage again. We also got the last spire. So now it has all these spires doing things for me. We also got a piece of Karn that increases my might. And I decided to just put in a stick. Because artifacts to increase my power collection, I don't know. Also researching more artifacts. So anyway, besides that, apparently these two want to talk. Lantry.
That's twice now. By Kyros's icy nethers, twice! Edicts have been broken before, but never in all my many years have I heard of one person doing it twice.
That's actually 3 times if you think about it, because we broke the one at the Mountain Spire. We broke the one at the Stone Sea. Which is, yeah, we broke the one at Starward, so technically done that 3 times. Major fail. We're gonna gain major fail with him. You know what, I should probably gain the major fail for buff for other ability. Gripping odds are rather down for future.
Of course, I was merely making an observation.
I mean, I don't have fear of Lantry. We need to get some fear of Lantry. That's all you have to say? So, how much is major fail, by the way? Enough to get it up 1. Well, almost 1.5, actually. Not enough to get up there, though. Barrick, what do you have to say?
It is rare enough that anyone has the opportunity to proclaim an edict, much less break one. How are you holding up, Fatebinder?
Barrick, I've done this 3 times. Yeah, I think I've answered the same question before. I know your power is greater than my understanding, yet I don't stop.
At least you are aware of your recklessness. I would be more concerned if the case was otherwise.
I'm Barrick has a
Take
point.
care that you don't exhaust yourself and become worthless to the war effort.
Thanks, Barrick.
What can I do for you?
Apparently nothing. And Eb has nothing to really talk about.
What is it you need?
So yeah. That pretty much sums things up. Yeah, that's the one problem I have with Obsidian's companions system is a lot of the time it's almost worse than BioWare's, because like at least this one here tells you, hey, they have something new to talk about. Most of the time it's basically, well, you have to go through their dialogue tree and see if there's anything new. Most of it's grayed out. There might be a conversation hidden under another conversation that might be new. And that's not fun to sort through. Like BioWare sort of had that problem with, like, say, Dragon Age Origins. We sort of had to dig into some conversations to find new stuff. Less so in, like, say, maybe Mass Effect, well, basically most of it was, well, Mass Effect 1 was, there wasn't really enough dialogue there to really go through. Let's say, like, Mass Effect 2 was basically, yeah, you go through the thing and you try to talk to them and they just said basically, nah, we can't talk about anything new. That was basically it. Mass Effect 3, though, was basically, hey, they have nothing new to say. Which was the same for, like, say, Dragon Age Awakening. Well, basically, they had nothing new to say unless they had something new to say. Otherwise, you couldn't really talk to them. I forget how it was in Dragon Age 2 exactly. And then there was Dragon Age Inquisition that my mind's drawing a blank on how it was. Oh yeah, and then Andromeda. Andromeda was back to the whole repeating stuff occasionally, because, I mean, how many times did I go talk to everyone across the ship and they were like, well, nothing's new. Except for when things are new. Anyway. Yeah, it's the problem though, is companions just... They never really have anything new to talk about most of the time, and yet you expect them to have something new to talk about. Especially when you do things that seem relevant to the plot. Faithfinder, I feel something indescribable pass through me just before your arrival. Emotions of great rage and pain, followed by a moment of lingering sorrow. That something has been lost in Tetris, herself strains with absence. Stand both the spires showing up from the ruins of Azure are now under your control. Seem that impossible feat to no mysteries of the likes of you, impressive for Tunden's minion. You allow yourself to swap for this demon glory of this achievement. Were you a soldier of mine, I would temper your pride with modesty. What would you do for Spire? Why, is one of yours for sale? I might have one for sale. However, Mason said that the stonework can expand into a mighty fortress, unassailable, worried by earthshakers that powers augmented by the very presence of the earth agent structure. The conference finally over, I imagine the fate of your spires will be a topic of great discussion. So how we destroyed Karn. Archon Stone Fallen. Thank you, Fatebinder. This was a long time coming. Karn's betrayal was inexcusable, and a death sentence from Let me adjust my headset, because I never feel like it's in the right place. It's no more or less than he deserved. Oh, what's more, you are to be commended for resolving either Kairos and putting down an Archon at once. So what happened to the Scarred Cars from Hell? The crops grown for enemies were withered on the vine. By now, the Archon's forces are collecting their stones and tying their belts as we starve them out. We have gained a thing, and that area is now controlled. A fair reward for more than fair service to the Legion. Earthshakers and Voidrun conceive to this. Can go nowhere to more deserving than you, Fatebinder. Also, by the way, stuff. Fatebinder, no time for pleasures or ceremony. Your spires under attack. The Scarred Curse are ramped up the offensive. You mean to topple your stronghold with you atop it if need be. I feared something like that must happen. Out of desperation for the force in a rut. Steve were too much of a coward to attack Iron, or for his forces are too weak. Either way, you need to answer this threat with blood. I'll peel off at once. Fatebinder, breaking edicts has become something especially for you, hasn't it? Before long, cars may rely on these clean-up efforts of yours. I was hoping he never has to cast no one. Wishful thinking, but you're not wrong to desire it. That dissonance will ever be a problem in Kairos' hierarchy, then we have not seen the last of the Overlord's edicts. Don't even marginalize your efforts. With what you've accomplished in a short time is impressive, but don't forget you are a vassal of greater powers. You should remember your place. Remember that. So he gave us a one-handed mace, apparently. I mean, it's not bad mace. It can potentially prone targets, which it seems like something I'd give to you, but you have Penumbra. So I'm just going to toss it down. It's also not even an artifact, so. So what use is it to me? Oh, he's going all the way back to that one? Seriously? That one. Yeah, it's Tunyon Hill. Yeah. Oh, dear Fatebinder Balls, you ended an edict and now have ended an Archon. I know none of this card had such expectations for you in the advocate. Oh, this isn't from Tunyon. It's from Fatebinder Orunculus. When the educator initially brought you among us, so many surprises in so short a span, you fascinate. While their con was a singular being, a titanic man born of the womb of Terratus herself to hear some tell of it. While none still ever can provide a counter to that birth, you bore witness to his demise. Indeed, you participated in it. Yes, I indulged my scholar's curiosity when it passed between you and the Arkham Stone and those fine mats through the ground, tear itself a shunders or widow rinse her garments. The mountains groan a panegyric to their champion, without any final words from Karn, spoken or inscribed. Does the crystal that reportedly protrudes from the cliff faces throughout azure still glimmer, or is it darkened? So we could say, hey, now let's just describe the Blyland. Just when you pit the death throes of a nation, they just don't. Cars concerning contours doom, but level ritual their shakers spread the execution across the entire region. Life drained from the soil events in favor for Karn's eyes. One could feel the stone trying to leech my own life from me. Of eating stale bread when I already thirsted for a flagon. We want this place and may never recover. Anyway, apparently they're going to my spire instead of, which means we probably still can't go to Cacophony and deal with the voices in a rut. Oh well, we have how many buffs going on? A lot of buffs. We have a lot of buffs. So Sarah's I have to go all the way back to Vengeance Wellspire. Oh well, I forgot to save before traveling. Can't we just like drop some things off of here on top of them? Sure, from the distance uphill, if I drop like a penny from here, it would probably murder someone. Green's fate by the Iron Guard salute you for clattering salute. Or upon scout to lure to a course assault and inspire, and Lord Ash insisted we send aid at once. I've assembled a Master Sculptor Rumble, shaking the masonry of the spire, and sending her off balance. Oh yeah, by the way, my thingamajig is doing something? It's doing something. Do I have a miniature sun now powering this? The orb in the center of the resonator spins with the approaches of unseen force. The structure once exuded warmth, now it gives off a ferocious heat that singes your face the longer you stare into it. Suddenly music swarms an air around the structure, but it's painful and disharmonious to your ears. My courage is hairy backside. It covers her ears as I step back from the structure of the center of the spire. That music, it's awful. It feels like my teeth are ripping away out of my mouth. Don't you hear it? Seems a sign of it, but I just see a pad and fizz into the skin. And it's your name. Listen real close then. It's your name said over and over until it's just one mystic wow. The spire is now fully awake. Its long, dormant currents of energy dance to your presence. Crouch on the ground to stare yourself. Around your stage lower to the ground until the trumpet subsides. It feels like something is shaking the spire. The chorus can't pull off that sort of magic. My car's name is going on. The spire often commit. In the case of fish, perhaps this is a way of saying it has something to discuss. I don't suppose the magical spire of yours has some warding magic or something of that ilk. Shake for courage and spirit drain will only take us so far against that large force. Let me think how I'll handle this. Well, your pawn, I'm gonna had better work. Oh, snap. I just realized what time it is. Pay for my pause unless I'm mistaken, very rarely mistaken. I suggest your words, remorse, empathy. They're an admirable traits wasted on the undeserving. One profits from fretting over the fates of the seditious, no more than one profits from concerned with the pain suffered by the murderer consigned to the headsman's ants. Carsus brand creator lands in our zero with the lingering effects of edicts. We celebrate such no more than we celebrate a verdict of guilt. They know more and no less than the currency by which we purchase order and peace. Your response to continued service. Oh shit, I remember what this is. Oh, I completely forgot until right now. This area is pretty great. Shame this only happens about a few times, but yeah. It's basically the mystic come in the spire pulses to the cadence of your heart. The ancient stretch awaits your command. There's so much that doesn't make sense. Allegiance to great magic is shaping you in some fashion. Just some sort of mystic link to the spire. Now I'm no expert on magic, but can't put a liken to the generous mystic link to me and the rest of his warriors. But I'm the Archon of Spires, after all, ain't I? They were with the heat in Spire's home. A low chanting of your name echoes through your head. Just how far could this connection go? Meditate and silence your thoughts. As you recommend your arm to extend, you think outward, and your mind feeling cognizant of the vertical of the spire. You follow the sensations down to your soul, and your sensation stretches out on the ground, radiating through the vengeance valley, branching out to old walls. They ring the mountains, and from there out to the surrounding old walls and spires of the hills. You itch yourself hum into the resonance, and then fall silent, stretching your senses across the hills to hear how far your voice can be felt. Your voice echoes throughout most of the hills. No echo can be heard in the contested lands. The raging crackle of Kyrus, the eater of fire, seems to be drown out your call. Yeah, we didn't end that one, did we? Power of the edict swirls inside you, yet your voice is about one forever. Will Kyrus' edict still hold sway? Will Kyrus' edict's no longer true, and your voice echoes with power? Should you will it, the spire resonate your voice across the stands, enacting a new edict of your own making. Yeah. Distant look on your face, I say the spire sent your vision. What do you make of it? When the spire could reach anyone in the territory, Kyrus has an edict. There was mystic interference. I don't know if your capacity to speak with architecture, but how does this help us here now, with an army coming at us? Well, you know what? Let's touch it and concentrate. What possibly could go wrong? You touch the stone structure, you sense of the moment slows, and you feel the entirety of the tears at your fingertips. The spire stands ready to channel your will. Edicts. So let your region interfere with current edicts, or to issue a new one. So we'll, you know, pill. So we had the Edict of Stone, and we had the Edict of Storms. So here's the thing, though. This is an interesting mechanic. Costs power. We has power. Problem, though, is this hill is entirely way too late in the game. And I can't remember how many more times we could do this. Problem, though, is we don't really know all these edicts. I mean, we haven't got the fire one. We can't go and get the fire one, supposedly. Apparently that edict about, you know, capturing this, nah, that's not one. So here's the problem, though. What would those other two edicts be? Cause, I mean, this one was stone. This one was storms. This one's fire. But then there's still two other ones. But yeah, so basically we go here, and decision time. We have the Edict of Stone. The Edict of Stone leaches magical energy from the sky and living creatures. Storing the rocks below, this energy can lead to earthquakes and the slow petrification of the living. Or we could release the Eater of Storms. We generate a massive storm that covers huge areas of the world. Chaotic energy unleashed will cause random damage to strike your enemies during combat. I think I'd prefer the I'm not sure. Earthquakes and... well, let's see what it does for party effects and stuff. Ah. So, let's do a comparison. So the Year Storm, minus 15 to all magic skills, ugh. Plus 30 to control stone, plus train defense against prone attacks. Minus 15 to all magic skills, weakened Bane, plus 30 so they can control stone. Problem though is, this is Scar Cars, I'm not worried about them having, control stone. However, that minus 15 to all magic skills is bleh. So I could have Eater of Storms, which is plus 25 to control lightning, minus 30 to control fire. I mean, for party effects, yeah, I think I'd prefer the storms. Because that's just all magic screwed except for control stone. This is, fire takes a hit. But fire's, it's combined with ice, so... oh well. But it sucks my power, and I need my power for... I don't know why. But yeah. I mean, it gives us better lightning, so shrug. But anyway, so the enemy takes more damage from lightning. The enemy gains some more control lightning. Just wonder if they've been using control lightning. And they lose minus 30 to control fire. So here's the thing. The Scar Course has a lot of fire magic, a lot of control emotion magic, a lot of atrophy magic. Not sure about lightning. So honestly, in the long run, this Eater of Storms actually sounds like the best thing to use, because control fire? Yeah. But anyway, let's issue the Eater of Storms again. I'm sure Barrett's gonna love this. So yeah, I'm just issuing a needed without Kyrus's consent. I'm sure that's concerning. Also note we're on top of a spire, and we just issued storms. When Kyrus gave it Ash's name, but Kyrus didn't give an edict to read, so how did... I have a feeling that might work. You did that? But only Kyrus can cast an edict. I almost like that. And now you see what I could do with my own eyes. You can tell others. First carries away the Overlord's magic. I should not have doubted you. Of course, I have no idea what they walked into. Smash the guns go over a quiet chuckle. We're on their striking now. We must seize this moment and swing the pan into a rout. Fatefinder, I will get the carnage started. Join when you're ready, and we'll deal with whatever rabble remains. So, yeah. No one wants to talk about this? No one wants to talk about this. I just unleashed an edict without the Kyrus's consent.
What is it you need?
And no one really gives a shit. Maybe afterwards. Yeah, I completely forgot that's a thing. Because remember once we got the library, it said, well, when we were going to get the library, it said, you could research edicts. Yeah, about that, though. Jesus. I'd run if I were you guys. Oh god, yep, there we go. Yeah, it's a bit concerning when lightning starts striking all your forces. Not except for these guys. Hey, it's Deathnail. Gang of rain scarves behind Deathnail, show awe and confusion resting on their faces. What foul trick are you playing such that the weather comes to your aid? I should thank you for separating the wheat from the chaff. The sight of seeing dozens struck dead by lightning made a good show to start the dead weight. Even the bravest with the purpose of tearing off your limbs, one joint at a time. Sergeant, that's our primal howl for warriors echoing the battle cry in dissonant tones. Insufficient rep. Why was I doing need rep of the score course? Yeah, folks, did you not hear me proclaim that either I cast the evil on myself, or did so with the Overlord's blessing? Think that through very carefully. Do not listen to the Do not liken yourself to the Overlord. Your magic may have started my weaker troops. Your magic is nothing my own blood channels could not affect. Isn't that right? Just one of her mages for not approval. Instead of a blank look of fear, mouth of cape and terror. Enough talk, you'll be trampled and forgotten. Only the voice in your heart will remember your name. Well then.
More bodies to pile at our rear!
First things first. Barrett. Give him that haste. Give him that. Give us that. Where's it? Give that. You know what, Eb? Where was it? Oh yeah, fire takes negative effects, doesn't it? Oh well. Well, that's why we has lightning to follow it up.
I'll take care of it.
Did you not do what I told you to do? Of course you didn't do what I told you to do. Also, they've all been not prone. That's cute.
Damn my eyes!
Oh, so if they... Oh no. Well, it's not like I'm going to rest when I have all this fun going.
Idiot! What was it?
Just have to wake up, I guess. Oh, hi. What the hell is that? The hell is that? You said you could cast orbs. Whatever the hell that was. I don't even know. You magic. Stun.
See that? I'm not entirely useless.
That's right, you filthy peasants. Run for your lives. Tear around what you saw, hell. Of course, it is running in every direction, scattered to the winds, as it were. If you feel brave enough to stand the ground against your Aegis storms are dead, the day is ours. See, here's the thing, though, for us. Aegis storms is not exactly as bad as the Aegis storms. I mean, the winds aren't, you know, tearing up my entire area and creating rock spires and throwing everyone in every direction. Leave the cleanup to me, my brethren. You should take the rightful place perched atop the spire. No better way to savor this victory than for commanding view of your enemy fleeing across the valley. I mean, she has a point. However, be careful about that light.
Let's be off.
Can I just go up there and turn it off, though? Ooh, a Crimson Great Spear, that's masterwork. So if we reach that point where the game's just going to start giving me masterwork stuff? You gives me a crappy Rager potion. Who restocked that, by the way? That's a good question. Oh, so why am I controlling this bear? Alright, let's go back up to my spire. Oh, apparently stuff's happening. Shocked and demoralized by your display of power and the ease of which you dispatch the leader, Scarred Chorus fires lose their nerve and scatter in defeat. The fires carry with them fearful murmurs of the powerful Archon bombs. Yeah, we know an Archon, by the way. Being of an enormous might who can cast an Edict with the same authority as the Overlord. That's concerning. That's going to draw so much attention. Confusion sets in across the realm amidst the whispers of misinformation. One fact remains consistent: the Overlord's power has been challenged. Safely assume that such rumors are making their way back to Kairos. High winds of Edith sweep the air, dashing debris. Oh, well, now comes the wind. Torrential rain falls, hitting hard enough to bruise your bare skin. Lightning strikes the ground, endangering anyone now in the open. It isn't long before the storm begins to wane, slowly falling from a gale to a light rainstorm, and after a few days it becomes a simple breeze. Oh, so I didn't have to just tell it to stop? Eventually the sky's calm as Edith dissipates, releasing Vineyard's well from its grip. You get a small council of your closest allies and plan your next steps from the safety of your spire. How soon do you get started, then carry your fate by return pays a visit bearing an important message. Well, apparently we have to deal with that. Well, so much for dealing with the voices in our odds. Everything's just escalated now. Keep hearing about this there spire you've been calling your own. Now, smoke fate binder carry appears over the edge of the tower. Know that you slaughtered those who would take your lands. I think your claim is as official as it gets. Nice to see you, but how'd you get uphill? It's obvious. The bigger question is, how did you do the most convincing impression of the Overlord terrorist has ever seen? No one's entirely sure what to make of you these days, Balls. They all say you spoke in Edict of Storms. Not a proclamation of an Edict of Kairos, but your own Edict of Storms. Your own mystical storm. You're no mere fatebinder, of that much is certain. You proclaimed and broken the Overlord's edicts perhaps one too many times. If I had known you could do this when I first met you, I'd maybe have tried in earnest to kill you. I hope for the sake of terrorists that the right person has inherited this gift. I don't know what to make of you, Fatebinder. Proclaiming and breaking the Overlord's magic like these awful towers should come as no surprise that Eda is within your grasp. I still find room for surprise. You're powerful in ways that game bosses and mages aren't. You commanded this place to do your bidding, and unleash something incredible in the world. That isn't the work of a Fatebinder. If anything, it's the work of an Archon. Beast movement will follow Alpha from here to the ends and tears of that, and further still. We'll pop our prowl deep into cold north, hunting artists at Kairos Alpha's side. Together with Shadowhunter and Alpha slaughter the whole Primus tribe. I don't have any idea how you're able to do this, but it isn't power that any scholar can wield. This is something else. You're not some ambitious hedge mage who learned it out of a book. You're more like an Archon where it just comes naturally. Shades Arrogant. I knew you'd be a delightful bit of trouble, but I don't think you had a touch of the Overlord's power in you. I didn't tell you on me. It seems a bit presumptuous to claim the Overlord's power. I still don't fully understand this power just yet. For a moment I was envious of this power of yours, then I realized I'm not the one with the threat to the Overlord painted on my forehead. Comparing orders directly from the Overlord. Hair clears her throat, her voice becoming somber and severe. Kairos has agreed two things. First, the Overlord has demanded that one and only one Archon is fit to rule the Tiers. To that end, the Archons such as Cerelis through death or dominance, who is the one Archon fit to inherit the Tiers. So the Overlord wants even more Civil War? Look, it's better than that, with a smile she tosses a small bit of metal your way. When it's in your hand, you recognize it as a small brooch in the style of Kyrus' insignia. Kyrus has agreed to you the newest Archon. So basically, all the Archons are going to go into a battle royale. And you're tossed in too. Great. Super. So a lot of Archons now have orders to control or destroy you, and the other way around. Basically, on Serene's smile. See, this is why I tried to avoid getting Kyrus' attention. Ever clear this is a command for Kyrus, but not needed. But there's no Edict back in this order. Such a command hardly seemed necessary when the task gets its own reward. The Overlord has merely been scanned Kyrus' peace. The Archons may kill and maim each other without breaking any laws. Kyrus knows rightly so that enmities new and old will drive the Archons to mutual destruction, or need only remove the pretense of peace and watch the ensuing violence. Would you prefer to another do or die edict? So what does the court have to say about this? As per usual, Tyranny has the emotional range of permanence, but Bland Mark seemed almost giddy, and the old Shadower is already putting names on his daggers. I was wondering if Bland Mark would heal this order and promptly stab Tanya, but no. It seemed the Archon Shadower is happy to serve Tanya. It makes sense. I've never known the old Shadow to crave that kind of power. You have to deal with them too, and I feel for you greatly for how this would turn out. I imagine Tanya is too loyal to bow to you, and Blame Mark too proud to accept you as his better. There's no way this ends well for some of us. So what about Grave and Ash? Keep in mind the order is that all must submit to one Archon die, so you and Ash won't necessarily have to come to blows, but not sure you can will convince him to bow to you. Wait, what about what about Siren? I think I'm still troubled by the Siren promotion. By definition, Archon someone who casts magic generates magic from themselves and doesn't channel the powers of others. Since I assume you cast the Edict without reading the prepared words Kyrus, otherwise, why the fuss? Archon isn't fully incorrect for what you are. By degree of powers far beyond the mastery of shadows or ice or talking to trees or whatever other powers Archons have shown throughout the ages. Consider for a second the great mystery is not why you've been considered an Archon. It's why you're being allowed a chance to live. I noticed that the Overlord rarely improvises. So, do I finally get to meet Kairos? And maybe get my own realm to rule? Not sure about meeting the Overlord, but I assume yes, that'll happen in good time. No, it won't, unless there's a Tyranny too. And while you might be jesting, the calling order comes with the implied prize of rulership of the tier, so if you want, fight for it. Alpha has become newest Archon. Is so revered by humans, has earned new title of strength. Sound to be the Archon of Edicts? No, exactly, just Archon for now. Got an offer for us, but that's all the information I received. I guess we should cover the Archon of the Tiers, at least in any case where we might be overheard, since Archon of Edicts could sound like designation of the... Should I be called the Archon of the Spires? Well, we are only going like 5, but still. Unless this presents a problem for me, right? I can't just raise fate point upon without handed. Therefore, take to retrain myself to write Archon. Not sure I have the years left in me. So why do you think Kyrus wants us all to just fight to the death? Because Ash and Rod work together like water and oil, and so letting them each rule half the tiers is exercise of bad planning? Because there's no land left to conquer after the tiers, and Kyrus needs fewer generals? Tendon's not here, so I don't mind pointing out that Kyrus isn't exactly a loving ruler, and the Archons are disposable pawns, not beloved subjects. The land that has been conquered, why not dispense both of the conquerors? I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? So basically, hey, you guys won, you claimed the area. Now we don't need you anymore, so have at it. And when I first speculated that Kyrus hates all the Archons equally, and so instead of nominating all but one for destruction, the Overlord is willing to let the strongest earn the right to exist. Well, the other Archons were bent to my will or die. First, if it's deciding you won't bow to one of the other Archons. Wish you the best luck in your upcoming struggle. Know that when you come for playing Arcanton, I and other Fate Binders won't interfere. Question me and the other Binders have been asking. Can you do this again? No one believes in you, and no one who should remain nameless takes the more cynical stance that the Overlord has a hand so far up your ass you can puppet your mouth and you couldn't cast a second Egypt if you tried. Yeah, I think you have in you, or at least I like the idea of claiming an Egypt yours someday. Well, that's something in mind for the voice in Rot. How I should need about Cacophony in the Stone Sea. All these years are about to get a lot more interesting with that attitude. There's no lamentations already. Bernard begins to make her way to that. You're a terrorist. Look me up if you're successful. I know I'll be in need of a new Archon to serve. I know I'm mostly sober, but just so we're clear, you did issue an edict, right? First you cast an edict, then this 4 War Archons. This whole chapter of the Chronicles. It's reading like fiction. The Chaos has ordered the Archons fight out until only the strongest remain. I think we now safely say the Scar Course philosophy has been vindicated. A rumbling murmurs through his underbelts, held devoid of any continent words. Alpha were burst own words of power like humans primal Kairos. It's better mist had been over to kills in shadow. The stone suckers 100 blood. The beast woman Archon slaughtered by Marcus Shadows. Kills in shadow knew Alpha was most powerful human in the whole Tillsland. Knows was not wrong. One last thing. And previously these character types of parchment she's been holding on to the forehead. Holding to her forehead with a self-deprecating scoff. The shock of you being the second coming of the Overlord, and I almost forgot my duties. This is, of course, someone's from Bland Mark. Tyrann's assassin. I suggest you read carefully, as for your preparations, just the fight may depend on it. Good luck, Archon. Archon, we must speak before this goes further than it already has. There's something interesting in these Chronicle fragments. When you have a moment, perhaps you can... Hey, everyone knows Crest now. I know you got a thing or two on your plate, but if you could make some time for me, a little bit of some interesting news, I hate to have to go stabbing people without you. Fatebinder, Archon, the Great General has pulled his troops back to Ironhearth. So we'll make a fine person in the Stone Sea, and the Scar Course power. Fortune arrives weak, and the path to Cacophony is clear. But what about the General? Archon's also aware what happened at Fender as well. I'm sure he wants to discuss the man in person. I'll consider the request. I won't spend too long considering you demonstrating incredible power on this. Is the time for action. The action bird so he knows to suspect you later, if not right away. I mean, everyone wants my attention right now. Take how you treat with Graven Ash. You're no mere fight painter any longer. Even as Archon to Archon, such things are more complicated. Good luck. Yeah, I'm no longer in his employ. Yeah, that whole trial of Archons thing. Take note of that. The whole trial of Archons, where basically you're gathering evidence to accuse either Graven Ash or the Voices in Rot of treason against each other. And then you basically, yeah, that no longer really matters because basically yeah, that. Jeez, well. Hey, at least my stuff's done. Isn't that great? Kid, I take you well, the Overlord's latest decree. Not let me give it to you straight. Now it's a bad time to be an Archon in the Tales. It's most likely I'll be the one to cut you down. I thought I'd first explain it's not my choice. But if it was, I would still choose to kill you. See you soon. Jeez. I like this one. If I'm to die for a hand, I would prefer to be in battle face to face, or would that be face to chat? Regardless of the risk of depraving the throw of good and pass, I would ask that we meet in person as pairs drawing blades openly. If that is what it is to come, on the reverse of the parchment I map for you a location in the wilderness. This means to settle things down. Provide you 2 days to scout the location if that should require. I hope to see you then. Yeah, I don't think... I can't remember if you can get Blended Mark to submit to you. I doubt that. Oh, jeez. Now everyone wants to talk to me, though. Do you have stuff? You have stuff. Good, thanks. Oh, everyone wants to talk with me. Let's see. Well, I don't need these. Don't need that. Ash's Finery. It's not bad, but I don't really need it. And I turned the other thing into a frickin' stick. So, yeah. Oh, well, what you has? Oh, you has just 4 restock. Don't really need the scrolls. Ah, fine, get those. Just cause. Okay, now we save. I said save. Wow. I was not prepared for this. It's now time to talk to everyone.
Hail, mighty Archon.
Salute you, not pounding her staff to ground as she stands in attention.
Your newfound power runs in the face of what I thought I knew. All my life, I've been told Kairos alone can issue an edict. And yet, here you are, proclaiming mastery of the lands just like the Overlord.
So we can say his powers, her powers. And I can replicate her powers by not just like the Overlord.
You mean his powers.
I mean her.
You say that now. Let's see if you still feel this way when the reality sinks in, and your mastery of this newfound power solidifies. The world now bows to your mere utterance. Each day you will grow stronger, while the world becomes weaker in comparison.
I mean, that's a thing.
Put another way, if I could do what you do, the world would be at the mercy of my depravity. Cursing the name of Ebb, Archon of Fecund Fluids. Let's hope your moral sextant isn't as crooked as my own.
Concerned.
Your newfound power runs in the face of what I thought I knew. All my life, I've been told Kairos alone can issue an edict.
Did you just repeat
And yet,
yourself?
here you are, proclaiming mastery of the lands just like the Overlord.
Well, it's fortunate then that you were sworn to me.
Yes, fortunate indeed. I will endeavor to be worthy of the honor. Your newfound power runs in the face of... What is it you need?
So no crash with her, but seriously, I'm just gonna repeat myself 3 times. Lantry, what do you have to say? First last bench shows are not running about his arm. After all, Lantry looks up to you for a nod.
Not to steal your glorious day in the sun, but I must say, now all my notes on you are suddenly worth 10 times their weight in iron. My journals will melt the linens off the ladies, I tell you.
Oh my.
What's that you say? Buxom, nubile lasses with an interest in old men who know history. You need a definitive tractatus on the trials and tribulations of the Archon of the Tears? Ha! Well, you're in luck.
Well, at least Lantry's got all this planned out.
I think one can safely conclude that you have the Overlord's attention, and that of the Tears. Soon, all of Taratus. You realize, I trust, I hope, that nobody other than Kairos has ever cast an edict.
Until you... She hasn't just added or forgotten those who could drive the Overlord.
Well, I have a hard time believing that someone would cast an edict and not have it noticed.
We could gain more favor with him, which I sort of want. That naive or just blind by Kairos worship.
Well, As of now, I've seen with my own eyes that the Overlord is not unique in this regard. And I suppose you're all the evidence I need to throw suspicion on the record. Now, if you are right, that implies the Overlord has no qualms silencing and murdering those who pose a threat. In your case, at least my written record of you might survive. See? I'm being optimistic.
What happened to him when Kairos first cast and needed?
Good question. In parts north, it's commonly held that Kairos' Edict of Dust was the first, but it was cast in the year 11. It was just the first edict to ripple across the whole of Taratus. If you lived somewhere that used to have antelope, you probably think that's the first edict of the Overlord.
I see.
But here, the answer is given to us by the Overlord's own sense of posterity. Year 0 of Kairos' calendar is said to correspond to the day Kairos went from warlord to wearer of many crowns. A victory won when the first Edict of Storms shocked both the Cloud Barons and the realm of Medrev to capitulate.
Antelope?
Yes, or it was, at least, until they were all wiped out by the Edict of Dust. Or that's as best we've pieced it together from the records. From what we've gathered from their skeletons, they were some sort of mute beastman that ran on 4 legs.
Ooh.
Antelope are not like beast women. Antelope have hooves for fleeing. Beast women have claws for killing. Antelope don't eat meat, or sport easily, are large but helpless, lumber but lack reason, are prey. Silverback tribe hunted antelope extinct.
I mean, how would you know about antelope?
Old Ink Mystic tells many strange, stupid tales. Thinks to know everything.
I suppose I'm more of an expert in living things, like birds, and can't quite
Birds aren't
confirm or deny
That's a
what you're
spy
saying,
for
but
Kairos.
just forget I said anything.
I was just safe to assume Kairos would try to solve me in some fashion.
At the same time, if you really were a meaningful threat, you'd have already been the victim of an edict, or bled in Mark's daggers. So this has me rather curious. Just what does the Overlord wish to do with you?
Good question. We'll find out soon enough. Well, maybe. By the way, I found something of interest in the Chronicle test we got from Bastard's Wound. Remember that? Well, tell me what you've discovered, side quest. Despite the madness of life, I've been finding time to read further. Keep reading the improved histories. It sends me into a fit, but I can't stop. Obsessed with the feeling of a righteous indignation and probably need help. Anyway, let's say left a lot of note to the margins that lead me to believe she stashed away Tomb's topside before she arrived at Bastard. You know, we could go back and ask her. No, I wish you weren't recalling. I no longer trust what she tells me. Well, soon left a lot of notes in the mark. Fine, it's plain. What kind of days were she and I had a shorthand for communicating code? Such as many notes were self-written in some corners, and while I could read her scribbles. Directions are now for hiding spots to decipher in directions subtly. I need a copy of Histories Asunder, revised. My old card is still intact. Copy that. Well, let's go find it, sure. Perfect, I'll lead the way whenever you're ready. Side quest. Barrack.
I have come to regard knowledge as a kind of curse, and I better understand the Overlord's injunctions against too much of it. In knowing why my armor clings to me, I think I began feeling it grow into me. Has it buried itself deeper within me? Or do I imagine this? Kairos has ordered that the Archons determine a ruler of the tiers from among themselves. This is the time to go to Archon Ash, submit to him, and beg clemency.
And I now send Ecom on the Archons. Perhaps Grave and I should be willing to release you to Rycero's hand from his potential.
You make a well-reasoned argument. If the General is willing to release me to you, then perhaps I could be free of this armor, and serve both of you better for it. I shall follow your lead, Archon. For now.
I mean, Barrett's having those situations where basically he's disfavored through and through, but yeah, the fact that I'm in charge. And now then, you two, do you have anything to talk about?
Alpha! Kills in Shadow must speak with Alpha. Now!
I haven't spoke with you at all, so what do you have to say?
And Clever Hunter can reason why Pack would need to kill one tribe of beast women, weakest but largest tribe, to best human prima called Kairos. But Shadow Hunter wants to know, needs to know now, that Pack's slaughtering of beast women will not continue.
I did murder a lot. What do you mean?
Have hunted many, if not all, stone stalkers.
Oh, right.
Had reason, yep. But what of other tribes? What of Mantaborn of Stalwart Sea? What of Cat Vanis or West Reavers in northmost of Tears Land?
That is a good question.
Kills in Shadow fights for Fatebinder so that Kith will not die like Shadow Hunters. So that all beast women can thrive.
You know, it depends if the other tribes get in my way. We hunt more tribes to death, but why? Kith do not needlessly hunt Kith. Kith shall over not blindly hunt beast women instinct. Not even just a fly predator called Kairos. I'm not going to slaughter you at the other tribes unless they give me just cause to. Loyalty. Snaps of the space between you, curling a less battered draw, rush of over time. Lecturing, taste for your possible lie, finds your vibes ahead satisfied. Seen Alpha accomplish many impossible feats. Have seen strength to ride for Archons to hunt for beastful. So Shadow Hunters submit to fight for longer for now. Okay. I haven't really talked to you because I haven't really felt like talking to you. Anyway, hi first. Hey Binder, let me get something off my chest. I burn inside. My dance is like I'm trying to let out the fire, to quench your blood. Instead, I just end up stoking the flames. Shit, did any of that make sense? Maybe. Of course, I have a strong connection to my fairies. That bond made me feel I don't know exactly, like part of something? Feels like they're in me. They rise up when I dance, each time a little more restless. When going after Caracas and Orissa, I could always hear them, but they were whispered to me, tugging from somewhere deep. I can't deny... Oh, that always sounds a lot like, you know, Pym. Now let's say Alien. What? I'm awfully caught from Leffen's Crossing, she laughs. Shit, Fatebinder. Thanks for bringing me back to Terrorless. The thought alone that I could be anything like the Force Astronaut makes me want to flame myself. Now he's a parasite, you're a predator. Now he's a parasite, sure, but that was always true. Maybe it starts with the killing, but eventually you got others doing the killing for you. That's how Archons are made, right? And Overlords? If you don't want to turn into him, don't be like him. What is that you're suggesting? Maybe don't eat people. No promise of peace when I've opened my eyes to a new and exciting diet. One more thing before I call it a day, Fatebinder. We spoke to us, I slipped a scout some rings to keep an eye on the place and send word if anything out of the ordinary happens. Hearing that when strangers look about, I'd like to head back to River's Break and see if we can't grab one. Maybe dig a little knowledge of him. But if not, you know, in a directly out of the head kind of way. But not, you know, in a directly out of the head. Yeah, sure. You know, if I would dig out something we could use against the Archons. Let's get moving, the war's not over yet. More side quest. Also Siren, because remember, Sirens are technically the Archon of Song. Remember that.
Good day, Fatebinder. It's always nice to see you. What do you need?
It's like there's nothing here that's gonna be like, hey, wait, but she's technically an Archon. What about the whole submitting or murdering thing?
What do you need? What do you need?
Apparently nothing. Siren's just there. Okay, well, hell. First gave me a quest, Blanchard gave me a quest, Barrett gave me a quest. Yeah, I think they are technically our, what would it be, our main companions. Lantry, Verse, and Barrett. Ebb, Siren, and Kilton Shadow are just sort of there. Anyway though, things have complicated. We can't go there, we can go there. Can't go there still. But how am I gonna get my Eater of Fire? Can't go there. Can't go there. A lot of stuff's been locked off for me. I could go to these small areas. I could go to Cacophony. Wait, where's the Lantry's thing? Oh, there's his hideaway. I could go to the Bastion City. I could go to most of the DLC areas. Oh, what was that one area? I thought it was River's Break. Why can't I go to River's Break? He told me I could go to River's Break. Huh. Well, firstly, let's go back to our spires. Huh. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to decide what I want to do now. Cause, you know, everything's just hell. Return to River's Break. But I can't go to River's Break. Turn to Lantry Stash Site. Speak with Graven Knight about Barrett's condition. So yeah. Why you still call me Fatebind? I'm an Archon now. Oh, well, we got a stick. Thanks for the stick. Do not tell. Still can't make that because I don't know where to get that from. I mean, shrug. And of course, we could make it better. Well, like for example that. Still can't make that better. Need more hide. Well, let's go see if I can get more hide. Yeah, I can't go to River's Break. So I don't know if that's a bug or what. That Tyranny Rivers Break unaccessible. Okay, the internet's stupid. Yay. Yes, cross the third degree. Maybe I should look that up. Tyranny River. Okay, Tyranny. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Okay, that's not the same thing. Okay, so maybe I'm the only one with that problem, because I couldn't find anything about it. Hi, verse. Do you have my stuff? I want my stuff. 2 hides. Yay, super, great. Okay, so still not entirely sure what I want to do. Even though I want to go talk to him. Because you brought me my plans for apparently a Deathbringer. Sure, I could use a Deathbringer plan. Promise I have to go back to that, but anyway. Research. I could research more. I can research edicts. I could research edicts. I could research more artifacts, but I could research edicts. Or artifacts, edicts, that. Go research more edicts. Anyway, now that that's started, I have to go back here and look at this Deathbringer plan, which at least it doesn't take long to get back here, but still. Apparently there was all that stuff for research and all that traveling. Oh, Leonard Mark replied. Kid, since we you there, sure, why not? Go for the abject grace official orb, but this seems way more interesting. Here's my conditions. We meet alone, and we meet with our blades drawn. And no crying when I call for you. Oh, your eyes out. Before I scoured my clearing, you indicated in a note. Ride when you like, and I'll make my presence known. Remember, no tales, no begging. Not sure if it's possible to actually get his favor, but yeah. Anyway. So I meant to actually talk to you. What do you want now? It's scarcely believe it. You blamed it and eat it. Yeah, I did that. You have to turn the tide of battle in our favor. Simply doesn't happen. The Overlord's magic is unknowable as anything on Terrace. As mysterious and, well, I was just about to say some protocol spies, but you have clearly dispensed that notion as well. Well, this could only mean trouble for us. No idea I wouldn't want to stand your place when the day of reckoning comes, but that actually might prove just as dangerous. So what do you suggest I do next? Hold fast to your loyalties in the Overlord's hierarchy. Though there's a chance that Kairos will leave you alone if your fealty is true, but I offer no guarantees. That's what I would do. Well, you must follow your own path. Of course, Fatebinder. Still call me Fatebinder, even though I'm an Archon. So anyway, so here's the thing. Apparently this can be a one-handed axe. I require an obsidian fragment. Obsidian fragment. So, vitality minus 5 for 20 seconds upon hit. Or I can make it to a two-handed axe. Which, thing is, I still require this obsidian fragment. The fuck am I going to get this obsidian fragment from? I mean, thanks, but that doesn't help me. Alright, Blender Mark is challenging you alone. Apparently I need to go there. I'm not sure if I want to go there alone. I'm not even sure how I go there alone. So how do I want to handle this? Hell, I don't even know. Okay. So here's the thing, I was just gonna go back to, you know, Bash and talk with him and stuff and maybe deal with that. But apparently everything's escalating, so I think what I'm gonna do in this episode now is I'm gonna go talk, quotation marks, to Blended Mark. Then I'll head over to Lantry's hideaway. Then I'll head over to the Bastion City. Then I'll head back. And probably end it once again in Iron Earth. I could go to Cacophony if I really want to. I can't go to the River's Break though, which is annoying, because I guess versus... Oh, I would need verse in the party to do that, wouldn't I? Padur. Okay, anyway, I think I'm not sure how I guess I could technically remove them from the party if I really wanted to, but... Yeah, I probably should say better. Anyway, let's see how this goes if I just stand here and... If I go into this fight just myself, with them still though. If he's gonna judge me up. Nope, they'll judge the fight too. The dark area before you coincides into the form of Blended Mark, daggers held in even hand, the Archer steps forward to come up stride.
Fatebinder. No. Archon. Welcome back to Ashweald. You've been busy. Let's end this.
Well, that's sudden.
This is embarrassing.
Actually, let's go back here before we went to them. Back to the Spire Forge, I think. Back to the Spire Forge? Is that before we did this? Hopefully before we did this. I forget if I remove them from my party if they lose their buffs, though. Because we have such great buffs. Because, yeah, I think I'll adhere to his thing. He said, come alone. Yet he didn't even judge me for bringing my party. He just instantly, let's do this. So this was this, right? Yeah, okay.
Good day, Fatebinder. What do you need? Well then, let's go.
I will return to our
Be
holdfast at
seeing you,
once.
Fatebinder.
I'll tack homeward. See you there.
Wait, no?
Good day, Fatebinder. What do you need? Well then, let's go.
But my current party is just me.
No doubt this will
tack
prove
homeward.
interesting. See you there.
That's better. Well, let's do this again. He did say just me. He said come alone. I mean, he's what? He's a rogue, after all. I'm a battle mage, so technically he should be... Well, it depends. Piercing damage against heavy armor. Depends how well defended he is against, you know, stuff. Also, it's taking longer to load this time than it did last time. That's a bit concerning. Huh. So why is it taking so long to load? That's the question of the day. They get stuck in like an infinite loading screen or something? Huh. I'm going to stop recording and see if it loads soon after. Well, I think I see one of the problems before we traveled. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Eb's turned into bear for some reason. Yeah, that might be one of the reasons why we couldn't, you know, do things properly. Let's see if this works. Cause yeah, removing Eb might have broke the game. Cause yeah, I restarted and it's like, yeah, this happened again. And like as a spire, it shouldn't take that long to load. So yeah. So apparently removing Eb breaks the game. What? Because the game doesn't know how to process the fact that whatever's going on with her no longer being in the party and thus turning into bear for some reason. Because I noticed the problem when we removed her was like, she's still in the party, yet she shouldn't be in the party. I removed her from the party. Huh. Well, that's concerning. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. So we're reloading this save. Turn that back on. Okay, so I go to
Good day, Fatebinder. It's always. What do you need? Well then, let's go.
Say that.
I'll tack homeward.
Eb.
See you there.
Okay, Eb's removed the party. Eb's over there. Okay.
Good day,
If I go
Fatebinder.
hill.
What do you need? Well then, let's go.
I move
I will
on.
return to our
Be seeing
holdfast
you,
at once.
Fatebinder.
Okay. Barracks Hill, Eb's Hill, Lantry's Hill. Now let's try this. Now that it's just us alone and Eb's no longer turned into Barrack for some reason, let's see if this actually works and loads. Well, was supposed to be loading, but question mark? I mean, it didn't bug this time, it just does not want to load. With me alone in the party. Don't know what I do about that. I guess we might have to just take the whole party and deal with it that way. Cause yeah. It's just not actually loading. Weird. Well, this is problematic. Okay, so we have a save where I'm just alone. Because I removed all the party members and decided, you know, I would try loading from this save. And here's what happens. Add this to the list of things. So the screen turns black. My frames are stuck at 3. And like I can see my mouse moving over things. Like Like, go without someone to talk to. But, yeah. This is a thing. What was it about over here? Not sure who I'm talking to. If I'm even talking to anyone. But yeah, this here was the thing. Because apparently, removing people from my party just broke the entire game. I think I'm going to have to load that one save where I would just have the full party against Blended Mark because, yeah, it's not... It just does this. I don't know why. It's weird as shit. Okay, I have an idea of who's causing the problems. So go over here to
Good day, Fatebinder. What do you need? Well then, let's go.
So we move
I'll tack homeward. See you there.
I will return to our holdfast at once.
So here's the thing. Ebb goes here. Lantern goes over here. Okay. You don't see a
Good
problem.
day, Fatebinder. What do you need?
Over here and we'll be like, hey.
Well then, let's go.
Then we'll
Be
move
seeing
Barrick.
you, Fatebinder.
Barrick, however, stays where he's playing.
My Lord Binder, what can I do for you? If you would have me...
Yeah. As you can see, the problem here is Barrick's down. Hi, Barrick.
My Lord Binder, what can I do for you?
So, yeah.
My Lord Binder, what can I do for you? My Lord Binder, what can I do for you?
So, for example, if we travel down here to Levin's Crossing, it's... Yeah. The problem here is Barrick's sort of bugging out. I'm not sure why. Because, yeah, it's like I can remove him, but he's not working right. So we'll see if this loads. I don't think it's gonna load. Very sure Barrett's bugged out, and that's forcing me to have to take them with me into the party, I guess. Because I can't remove him from the party without, you know, entering this state or breaking the entire thing. Because that's a problem. I found one topic on that, like on Reddit. Well, yeah, someone had a similar bug. Problem though is no one else has heard of it, and there was no other real replies besides that. So yeah, so I found a bug that exists, but yeah, isn't widely known because, well, not many people looked into Tyranny apparently. But yeah, apparently Barrick's just bugging the whole thing out because for some reason we've entered this point where the game thinks I have to have Barrick or something, and if I remove him it creates a duplicate of him, and yeah, the game doesn't know how to function after that. So I guess we're just gonna go back to that one save and fight Blended Mark with the entire party. I was gonna do solo, but can't. Oh well. Okay, so I did a bit of studying on Blended Mark, and apparently you can only really get Blended Mark if you choose the Anarchist path, which is basically if you decide to not join the Rebels, not join the Disfavored or the Chorus. If you could basically go about this your own way, then you could get Blended Mark to basically accept you. Otherwise, it all comes down to this confrontation. However, about the solo thing, I don't know. I can't get rid of Barrick without the game breaking, so we're just gonna go deal with him. Oh well. As for Tunyon and Graven Ash, yeah, we'll see. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, they both like me? Question mark. I mean, Tunyon likes me. Minus that. Graven Ash loves me. Not hates me, so of course we know where that's gonna go. And then Mark, yeah, we got him about as high as we could go, but can't really get him because we didn't choose the Anarchist path. Oh well. I meant to save first, but guess we're gonna do this. And the darts are before you coincided in the form of blended mark.
Fatebinder. No. Archon. Welcome back to Ashweald. You've been busy.
Before I started the match.
Let's end this.
So, how do I end this? Well, let's see how this goes. But firstly, he should have
Hurts when I hit, doesn't it?
well, Lantry, Buddy Old Pal. First things first, we need that tombstone us, followed by Region Barrack, followed by that Barrack, that me, and then hell, maybe even that.
How could I?
Hell, I don't even know what to do with you. So he has 12 armor, 110 magic, and all those other stats. I mean, look at that. That's a lot of dodge and parry. That's so much dodge and parry. Holy crap. Like, if I can hit, yeah, hitting him's gonna be a pain. He hit Barrack for frost damage, which is in effect because Barrack's wearing, you know, that armor that's protected against frost. But frost damage, not what I was expecting. I'm still wearing armor that's good against fire and arcane.
Will do.
Miss!
Anyway,
A new dent!
so he hit. I was gonna say you probably should use your supper. Don't want you over there, stop that.
I'm getting too old for this.
Whew, I'm enjoying this a little.
No, what's that you say? Meteors? Well, fine.
Too much.
How could I miss?
The trick is to keep twisting till you hear the
Are you
snap.
afraid of death, worm? Keep your filthy hands off me!
You're worse?
Damn my eyes! New dent! Why can't I hit anything? On your knee!
Barrack, you're taking entirely too much damage. I don't like it. Really don't like it.
He's worm! A new dent!
Oh, he's back down here. In fact, can we taunt him?
Hurts when I hit, doesn't it?
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
Icy hot. Ah, but I went over. Wait, turn it to shadows. Also, are you guys gonna attack the shadow?
I will aid you.
Anyone else want to tangle with this old man?
I'll take care of it.
And he's back. We found the right shadow. I don't know. Maybe that. You throw a lightning bolt at him? Hammer Frost?
I will aid you.
Nice little kid.
Done.
Crap! I'll hit you twice as hard next time!
Keep your filthy hands off me!
Golden glowering eyes, wide with surprise, dark and tumbles to the ground. Coughing blood as dark as the shadows that billow and ebb around him. Clutches shadow rips and grins.
Look at you. The surprise of a lifetime.
He gasps, drowning as his lungs fill with blood. The light in his eyes dims as his pupils see blackness. Spanning to fill the whole of his eyes, a look of meaning passes between you. His fingers dig into the ground.
Don't die too easily. Won't look good for me.
Apparently turning it, we may gain major after done it.
This brightness is blinding.
Your power has increased, by the way, because you defeated Blended Mark. Oh, so we have points. Well, Barrack has points. Barrack, more strength. Why not? All right, save. What do I want you to have? Yeah, sure. More damage. So what did he leave for us? He left a scroll, some bronze. He left nothing really that great. Super. The fire that emanates from the tree casts shadows that now remain still and lifeless. Is there any other loot here, or is it just leave? I'm pretty sure it's just leave. Pretty sure there's no loot, really. Well, no, that's just an arrow. Pretty sure this was just, you go, you fight, you win. So I said I was going to do two other things. We're going to go to Lantry's Hideaway. Probably going to run into a random encounter on the way. And after this, we can go right to the Bastard City. And be like, hey, so, yeah, stuff. Bound that research on Edith is complete. Not sure if I need to look for traps at Lantry's Hideaway. But yeah. So light leather gloves, heavy leather gloves, steel leather gloves. Oh, and hey, Scarlet Corliss shows up. About time, do you realize how difficult it is to get your gang to just sit in ambush and wait? While daily retro tussle, as motley as a stubborn bunch. My princess, you owe me a debt of blood. You come here in Scarlet, whining about past debts, I owe you nothing, and now you're trespassing in the only corner of territories I call my own. Kindly shut her off lest things get ugly. Princess? Disguise yourself once it becomes this recurring topic. Voices are right, believes you've outlived your usefulness. I would take great joy in snapping out your bones. Okay.
More bodies to pop!
I mean, if you insist, I can indulge you.
In our way!
Grovel before me!
Too easy.
So do I want more might or more resolve? Wit. And probably more might. Still not enough to get my lore something as high as I want. But what happened to my lore? Shouldn't be at 205? Over 200? Was over 200. Guess I lost my wits buff somehow. Wait. Wait. Huh. Let's see what I want. Destroy.
I need to try a different tactic. This isn't working.
We don't have no buffs anymore.
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
I need to try a different tactic. This isn't working.
Gee, you have even more armor.
Ah, I'm terrible at this. How am I not dead yet?
Going on, then. Yeah, we don't have a buff. Yeah, notice that. Oh well. Well, let's go inside his house. Unless I want to check outside more, but yeah. These buckets each contain some sort of brusher.
Oh, curse my negligence.
But-
I was going to make ink from those leaves. Oh, curse my
Bronze gray ash.
negligence.
Son.
I was going to make ink from those leaves.
Words were written. The current parchment is only half written.
Prime bird watching from that desk. When you're older, you'll start liking boring things too.
Ooh, bird watching. Oh, an iron guitar. Better than a bronze guitar. Iron greaves. Containing countless numbers of scrolls. And it could be described as chaos. Well, let's just examine the workshop. Pretty much asserting that grows over dusty tomb with a triumphant smile. Thank Iris is still here. Now might be a moment. An hour passes as Lantry flips through the pages of this book, slowly spelling out a coded message as it goes. Alright, I did that wrong. Let's try that again with less stupid. Buy anything? I forgot we did the code backwards. Word paragraph page instead of page paragraph word. I'm just going to glare silent. Apologies, I'm slow, but I'm cute. Guess I'll really figure this out. Get this figured out shortly, trust me. Two hours later, Lantry has yet to finish his work. Clow. Find anything? Well, just go this is dreadfully slow way to communicate long sentences. It won't be much longer, I promise. Clow. Three hours later. I'm sure you're wondering which would happen first, me finishing the task or dying of old age. Please report the farmer. Glow. Well, I have a sort of instructions that would take me nowhere near any village or town I can think of, and that sounds like an ideal place to hide things. So we done, Hale? Indeed we are, thank you for your patience. I don't have the requirements for subterfuge? Wow, we've reached the point where I can't subterfuge. The judge said I was looking for a field of indigo. I couldn't tell you the name of the latest town or village, but this message includes enough lamp-arms that I could probably guess though. And he was saying though? Not saying loud this answer something settled from the city, but I can't say for sure. This is telling me where or not what or why. Well, let's go there, I guess. So yeah, no buffs. Ugh. I had such good buffs. But I guess it's a new act. Oh well. Problem though is I also need to remove Ebb and put first in for that quest? Question mark. At some point. I can't remove Barrack because, yeah, reasons. He just does not want to remove or he breaks the game. Don't know why. But yeah. Our Spires tells me I should probably go back. But, you know what, we're right, Hale. Let's go to his court. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Returns to interrupt by a message from the Mountain Spire. A short, young man with a lank, flop of dark hair and surprisingly full beard. The messenger bears bloodshot eyes and nervous disposition. Ever since you issued the edict against your proposed offender as well, the courier tells you that the entire race has been set by ever increasing number of bane. Creatures seem immense to all life, and though predations of the people of Apex hiding terror rather than tending the field. If this keeps up, the land you claimed would not be able to support your spire. Of course, is how the parish your tactical letters become. I have tactical letters? The messenger asks what orders you wish to return to the spire. First, the message for more details. Territory though open scattered bait sites throughout the park, but they have thickets around it as well. We don't have an old wall around though, do we? The mountains are in no dimensions. They've attacked a handful of travelers and devastated livestock throughout the park, given that the forms are still recovering from the conquest. As far as the vinegar and the subsequent civil war between the Archons, it couldn't be a worse time for Bane to appear in Apex. How best to deal with this idiot stirred. I could request aid from my allies, lure the Bane away. And let's request aid from our allies. You prepare a mission of your own, but which allies will you reach out to aid against the Bane? And the Court of Fatebinders, why not? There's a message to know Fatebinder War in the Bastion and request aid in the Power of Apex. You know that normally you wouldn't task the Edgar's court agents for such a menial task, but you thought he might enjoy the opportunity as men against the Bane. Just Progress too might be interested in those studies, and could certainly add to the certainty of victory over the arcane horrors. The messenger takes a missive and leaves to find a bird to Tyrann's court. So basically, we gain more focus. That I'm going to lose when I rest anyway. With the Findrain's guard, we actually gain favor with who we apparently we gained rest for the Tyrann's court somehow. Hey, Blended Mark gained favor with him. He's dead though. Shrug. Speaking of the court, we've arrived at the court. We need to go talk to people. See how things are. I'm not sure if it's time we put Tunyon in his place, but... well, apparently we're here to face Tunyon's judgment. Not exactly ready for that, but... hi, everyone. No more proceedings will be held for nobles today. The court is closed. This is outrage. We demand to be heard.
Fatebinder, thank you for answering my summons. This could very well be the defining hour of the conquest.
Oh yes, so you pursue the trial of your headsman is dead.
My headsman? His life was not yours to take.
Well, he can't. I killed him with Kyra's order and stand by my... so basically I should have probably came here first, but yeah. Kyra's order and stand by my decision.
I will determine if you are as loyal as you claim to be, Fatebinder. We are not finished here.
Now Tunion's mad at me. Yeah, you guys should probably bugger off.
You have made quite a name for yourself, Fatebinder. Stories of your deeds have spread through the tiers, and all of them have reached this court. Some actions have consequences.
We didn't get
you
to
will
fight,
see
did
what
you?
your actions have wrought. The court has its own charges to present, and invites you to answer for yourself.
I expected much being on your charges.
These proceedings are merely a formality. You have shown yourself to be a force of chaos and discord throughout the tiers. You cannot be trusted, and therefore must be destroyed.
Oh.
However, the law dictates a trial must be held.
Well, sure.
The trial begins now. I recommend that you treat these moments with deserving gravity, as they might be your last. Don't attempt to lie or evade answers. I will judge you in the objective eyes of our overlord. Is that understood?
Yeah, sure, why not?
At least your civility remains intact. You are on trial for transgressing on the Overlord's authority, breaking the laws of the Empire, bringing mayhem to an otherwise orderly conquest, and meddling in concerns that fell beyond your station. Our directive to bring Kairos' peace to the tiers has suffered, and you will answer for the part you played.
So what did we all do wrong? If you don't mind, Educator, we are on familiar terms with the Fate Binder here. Should any inconsistencies require input, we will add our forces as testimony.
The court has inquiries into your conduct.
Okay.
I first call your travel companions to speak on your behalf as witnesses to your character or accomplices to your crimes.
Yeah, here's the problem though, is most of my people are loyal, but they also fear the shit out of me, so...
Who will speak on behalf of the Fatebinder?
This should be interesting.
The Ironclad Commander will step forward, if indeed he has the strength to walk.
I wonder how this would have been if we actually got Barrack Albert's armor first. This really feels like something I should have done last.
You want me to speak, Adjudicator?
Barrack's armor makes a distinct rattling sound that echoes in the court as he steps forward.
I've been treated with fairness and respect. As fine as anything the Legion ever gave me. The Fatebinder trusts my counsel. I've never seen a finer, more upstanding member of the court.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Tidecaster, let yourself be known to the court.
Did you make loyalty with everyone?
The court wishes my testimony. Well then, I am Ebb of the School of Tides, and this room echoes a lot. It's very intimidating.
That's not why I asked.
I don't know what passes for glowing praise in this particular court, but the Archon gets my reluctant but uncoerced vote of confidence.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf?
I was half expecting my upper companions to just magically show up and be like, hey, the Beast Woman speaks and says, the Fatebinder is strong, but never really talked to me, so I don't give a shit.
Let the aged chronicler step forward.
If it may please the court, I will speak true. I have had the honor and privilege of shadowing the Archon. A dream come true for someone so eager to witness history in the unfolding. I can say, with conviction, I am following greatness.
So yeah, I mean, that would need loyalty 3. You were that like loyalty 4 with most? 5 for some. Some are locked off though, but yeah. Every card I can produce is the night travel log to back my claims. I have know the good with the bad. And you find the Archon has been a force of order and balance. Exactly what you should want from a Fatebinder. See, Landry Hill brings the evidence.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf?
I don't have any other companions in my party, but sure. What you got for me? Apparently not. The time has come for the Fatebinder to offer his testimony. Though you were sent to the tier to dispense justice on numerous occasions, you are accepted. Oh, fuck. I did do that once or twice in exchange for unlawful ruin. Did I? Find your answers through the court. Sort of thing happens from time to time. Rockers laughs off himself. The law is against them. Suddenly everyone wants to make a donation to the court. But, well, that might seem correct answer. You know, even when I asked for money, I never gave an unlawful ruin. By that reason, though, to receive your justice were the corrupt, a comparing argument, especially the perpetrators into their day appearing short. Levis Crossing is under my protection, and yet you stole the Mage Vein Hell. Oh, fuck. Okay, that one there I did. That commission from the Forgebound. The city is laid before the Bane like an offering. Why did you steal it? To be fair, our Fatebinder's task for using the tools that are supposed to resolve fighter problems, the Mage Frame is nothing if not a tool. Perhaps India would have been better suited crafting a statue, but I'll allow the defendant to explain. I took it upon my head for heavy blows. Yeah, I can allow the Bane to impede my efforts to restore. The helmet will be returned when I'm done. If I may, I believe we've established that Kyoto is no stranger to corruption. Oof. Iron Bronze have served you well enough without having to steal the protection granted a city under my control. Yeah, about that. Well, that one counts against me. We saw Kairos' Eater of Storms with a legal contrivance. What's more, you spared Star's ruined bloodline, circumventing the Eden's very purpose. Do you think the Overlord's fury was a riddle for you to unravel? Oh, that one's I'm not sure if I want to play that one. Cowards didn't intend for the Edict to last forever. No one deep without conditions to be met, and you cheated them. To further Overlord's will to suit your design. That cannot be tolerated. You're in the old wall. Oh, this one here I'm totally... Yeah, I've done that how many times? You've entered the old walls how many times? I feel like all these questions. Does Archon's provision not grant an Archon the right to administrate their domain as they see fit? Do not my spires rise from the old walls? Do not my senses flow through them? Head declines slightly lessons. Interesting premise, about one that assumes a great deal of understation in the spires. This thing just sort of shrugged that one off. So that I'm still got a point against me for the whole taking the helm, though. Yeah, that's the city of Hafka you killed the Gaussian Horseman, who lawfully claimed it. Dutch and Carter servants bled the streets in your wake. Well, here's the thing, they attacked me. Spent as much as pay, you could not do so without eradicating Carlos' presence in the town.
I have one final question, Fatebinder. You were brought to this campaign to adjudicate the disagreements between the two armies. After your arrival, matters quickly escalated into a civil war. Did you knowingly join the conquest of the Tears to sow discord in your wake? Or were you merely a victim of circumstance?
Well, I joined this Congress for the glory of Congress, but I'm less certain the Archons did for the same reason.
It's possible, even likely, that the Archons traveled south with their own agendas. I make no secret of the fact that the more worthy of the two would have inherited the Tears to rule as their domain under Kairos, and ambition got the better of them both. They were expected to conduct themselves in a professional manner, as were you.
Conduct aside, the fact that the Archon's corruption is assumed fact speaks to the success of this Fatebinder's mission. I don't know about the rest of you, but I find that mildly encouraging.
I am finished with my line of questioning. Have you any closing remarks for the court?
That's a bit strong. I almost want to play that one. I remember strive to bring peace and order to the Shadow Realm. Realize that our work is an uphill battle, and well worth the struggle.
The way you frame it, the conquest sounds like a matter of true personal investment. Most curious. After weighing the charges, this court finds you innocent. Against all reason or expectation, I find you innocent. Your testimony was sufficient to justify your deeds, your self-appointed authority, and your undermining of Kairos' law. I can hardly believe it myself.
So we're innocent. Abdicare, are you unwell? Leave him, I want to see how this plays out.
Archon, your presentation in the court today has shaken many of my core beliefs. Things I held sacred under Kairos' law are now uncertain.
Does that scour with a sense of bewilderment?
I once thought that Kairos was the sole overlord. The notion of rising to her echelon of power and influence wasn't a concept that existed for me. For anyone.
That image that was sort of... Yeah, that's something you don't expect from Tyrion. Just, yeah, I don't really know what to do now. You're innocent, and that doesn't make sense.
You have proven her wrong. What's more, you understand justice and law better than she ever did. Better than even... I am willing to accept you as my new sovereign, if you'll have me.
So yeah. So we could attack, or we could attack. Well, here's the thing, I'm still being, myself. I haven't really decided to, to start a new empire. That's the issue of Kairos, I pass out, nothing more.
My loyalty is beyond question. I will do anything for you.
Thanks, Daniel.
My gavel and my justice are yours. I will execute your laws as you draft them, show mercy as you see fit, and bring to ruin all who would reject you.
See here, the game really makes it sound like we're going up against Kairos now. Nowhere in that statement did I say, like, I avoided the conversation topics that were basically anti-Kairos. I completely ignored those. Cause, yeah, I could have said, hey, I could be the better overlord instead of Kairos. I could have said, hey, we're going to start a whole new empire, but I didn't. And the game's just like, oh, so you're going to replace Kairos, right? Because you're obviously going to be the new overlord. I did say I wanted to do that, game. That seems a bit of oversight in the, final act. The game's just basically, oh, so you're basically amassing an empire to stand against Kairos. Nowhere did I say I was doing that.
Master, if you'll join me upstairs, I will pledge fealty to you in the lawful manner.
Sure, if you don't try to murder me, and if you try to murder me, I'm putting you down. So yeah, by the way, if you didn't, deal with Linda and Mark, you would have probably had to face him first, I think. But yeah, also, first thing I'm going to talk to you guys. Hi. Fatebinder. Wow, they don't even care that the fact that Tunyon serves me now. They don't seem to give a shit. How do you think the court will fare without blame, Mark? Well, never. I hope without the dependent way of an unkillable assassin, I'm sure we'll stumble along the way. Courts have to be stronger for its best to survive. You look as if you need something. How do you think the court will fare without blame, Mark? The court to learn lesson the Empire's already knows. Everyone is replaceable. However, for all of us in wisdom, the court places too much emphasis on fear and paranoia to keep legal precedents in check. I'm interested in how we navigate this new world you carved out for us. It's weird, though. They still call me Fatebinder. Like, I'm the Archon of stuff now. In fact, Tanya was like, dude, you made the law weird. So yeah. What's up?
Archon. Change has come to the Tiers, and in time it will reach the Empire itself. You are the agent of that change, and even I could not have predicted what impossible heights you would reach. The time has come to take up the gavel and usher in a new age of structure and law to the Tiers.
Okay. Oh shit. Well, everyone's here. Hi guys.
You will henceforth define justice for the rest of us.
I gained 170.
I will follow your lead and endeavor to follow your design.
Well, your loyalty and confidence are appreciated.
As the ruling Archon of the Tiers, I submit to your authority and thank you for bringing order out of chaos.
Remember, Tanya was basically the one appointed to make sure shit went right. Not Graven Ash, not Nerat. They were sent to conquer the realms into subjugation. Tanya was put here to make sure everyone followed the law and uphold the law in the Tips. We were just a Fatebinder sent to enforce Kyrus' will. Before, taking over things our own way and doing things our own way. And apparently, that's good enough for the law to change to our side. I know, right? Doesn't make sense, but anyway. Oh shit. Everyone's new. Tanya can kneel. Apparently.
Go and represent the strength of law. Be the example the Tiers require, the force that keeps them together, and the hope for their future under one rule.
This really feels like I should have did this one last.
Let your justice know no mercy but that which you impose. Civilization itself will bend according to your design. Never forget this.
And it does really kill that we murdered Blended Mark when it wasn't really a place to do that, but still. So yeah, we gained 171 rings. We still have stuff to do. We need to go, but first, we need to go speak with Graven Ash. We need to go check that place. We need to go Graven Ash. I can't even talk to Tanya now. He's just, yeah, he's no longer relevant. Literally, he's no longer relevant. Anyway, I wonder if something, their dialogue's changed now that I'm, So, hey, guys. Compare the Abject and Selton here, did you? Impressive work. The last person to do that. Well, enough said. Well, now they have new dialogue on it. I don't know what's more impressive that Tyranny humbled himself before you, or that you managed to get so deep under his skin. Tried baiting him into arguments in the past for my own amusement, but you made an occupation out of it. So you convinced even mighty Tyranny to balance out your version of justice. Best of luck assuming a new title bonus. I cannot say if I will follow you to whatever end you propose, but I reserve to judge my own course. Well, there you go. And no one's even here in the court anymore, besides them. Yeah. That really felt in-game, though, didn't it? But when we need to go to the Indigo Fields, you know, probably should end the video soon, too. I want to go to versus thing, which means I need to go trade out people. Oh, Indigo Fields. Let's go poke it. Lantry, we need to go poke this thing. We must examine the bush.
Kairos be praised! We found it!
Or sounds like a grinning ear to Lantry eyes the berry bush with anticipation. I thought we were looking for another Chronicles today.
I don't recall specifying as such, but I see why you may have thought that. Only need a moment. This won't be like last time, where a moment means half a day. If my understanding is correct, these berries only need a little alcohol to make them absorb into the skin and cause you to bleed.
Cause what? Blue stain in hand reaches out and touches you by the wrist. A searing burn upon the surface of the skin quickly turns into spreading blissful warmth. Those mouth moves to form words, nothing reaches your ears. The word begins to tremble as your breath expands to fill the whole of your body with vigor. Okay. Oh. Well, that's different. Hey, it's the voices from around.
Oh, this takes me back.
Common tranquil haze creeps in. Unhinging your muscles from your mind. For 8 days the Arkham shadows were looked from the dark, jabbing and polished your back into the right order at first sign of a slouch. The berries dissolve your motor control, the muscle memories of those 8 miserable days rush in to fill the void. Motion past calm. Brief interview. At first the figure turns each day, followed by faces from your childhood, until memories of recent years flood your mind's eye. The faces come and go. One figure emerges from the noise and one to dissipate into the fog.
Then we have a deal. You'll receive further instructions by way of missive. We will use a plethora of names when writing to you, but you will know us by our seal.
The form of the person or at Archon secrets congeals with the visions, flipping his scepter. Oh, of all the people on Tyranny, you dream of us. Oh, Archon, you flatter us so. So much a shame the Overlord insists we play this game of murder and dominance amongst us Archons. But such things were inevitable since long before this war. It seems directed at Lantry, who appears far younger than you ever remember seeing him. Though his white features and wrinkles momentarily flash in and out of feel.
5 parts water, 2 parts red grape juice, 1 part ash. I'm still not convinced I can play the part. Considering how insular the school is, I don't see how any will trust me.
Which version is this?
I'm seeing my first apprentice. What are you seeing? Oh, wait. Now he's gone. Don't distract me like that. Wait, you already have someone there. How do I meet up with this person?
What did we tell you? Your first objective is to blend into the school. Besides, if our other sage is discovered and you're close, we lose you both. You have so much to learn about this craft.
When did this happen?
This must have been 395. Oh, he was such an eager little scribe to be. Shame he never listened about the wisdom of traveling in pairs. I might have known what became of him.
He's not seeing what we're seeing. He's lost in some drivel about old peers, lost friends. Boring, really.
Oh, there you go.
And to answer your question, yes, all will be forgiven.
All be forgiven. Those were the words Kyra spoke to us oh so long ago, back when we were resist or serve. They're two saints. So what would be forgiving? Laughing hysterically, though Forrester says nothing instead of flips deception to the L. Yes, just what will we forgive over Lantry? Whatever it was, weighed against the decades of services rendered, we got the better end of the deal.
Yes, my answer is yes.
We're going to have a beautiful future. Serve well, and you just might be a part of it.
So Lantry's also a spy, besides first, 'cause stuff. Malcolm's head spins slow each time his face passes you, especially when the mask becomes more and more twisted and taut. The last features are no longer a face. And away he goes. Now I had to have learned to grab a bucket before doing things like this. First, your nose blows into a thick red fog that dissipates into a translucent crimson haze, and no figure steps out of the haze. For the third time I turn you down. Even the younger scribe learns that repeating a thing does not make it more true. What am I planning for a second archive? Pretend I'm wrong. Pretend Kairos isn't coming. A second vote would be Ringsworth's fit, considering the school tides and wild. Defense is right over there, even a central stand keep. You will waste your efforts building the day they fail? Don't Lantry, stick to your chronicles. Your job is to record a decision, not to decide what the record will be. I hate when you talk like that. Even the most adult scribe learns that covering your ears and delving a fat doesn't make it go away. So you render before the war breaks out. We have a chance to. Then we need muster a single battalion and you're ready to give up. The very dumbest thing we can do is let the Overlord's reputation undo us without a fight. So long as I am in charge, we will not cower. These are some unusual barracks. You know, when listeners notes mention these barracks will probably cause permanent insanity. Think being cautious? Think you're the only sage telling me what must be done? You impudent little fuck. I know you have overswallowed the lies you think. You ink them. Your absent-minded charade doesn't work on me. You poison the minds against me and have the gall to pretend like you're some well-meaning mentor trying to be the kind champion of the concerned student. Think I'm blind to the Overlord? Because I know after if your reactionary zeal doesn't mean I will fail at it all. We are, of course, taking precautions. The Pharaoh's plan is a plan to fail after all. No, you're just doing to enrage me. I think I will be alive to record you as the fiery provost of the school of Thinking Grill. My card has proved me wrong, but this proud school will perish on your tenure. You're very lucky that so dozen sages online to inherit the Scrivener's eye before it falls to you. If you worry too much, my dear Lantry, the way you see the world, we will win either way. Car's afraid, and then, well, then we owe you one big you were right. And won't that make you feel great? If Car's afraid, well, then you and everyone in the tiers wins. Chronicle will note your hubris. Now, if I judge Chronicle is doing the right. Your passion and convictions are a troublesome sign for one trusted to observe all things as they are. Perhaps you are not fit for this role. Well, in films you were right along this. Is that any consolation? I could purchase food and horrors for smugness. Maybe. I apologize for mentioning this, man. I would take my leave. Always a pleasure, Professor Lantry. You see my memories because I'm sure felt like fate behind a cow was grabbing my crotch and I would have remembered that. The former sage turned through the cover to dissolve into a gray-blue heap that spans into a translucent fog that stretches into infinable nothing. Second stage stands before you, this one a familiar face. That's me. But dressed in the tattered attire you saw her wearing, her features are decades younger and her face the lights of her joy and energy you do not see in the sleepless glittering of your own memories. No. Splay your pointer on the lazy finger light so. Do a 2/3 twist. Let's try to follow along. You can't slowly trace the same patterns your body still lagging from the berries delivering. In fact, try as you might, you can't seem to work any magic from the gesture. Or you conclude that in theory she would be casting a simple illumination spell. The last step of her hand gesture is unknown to you, and I've been able to mimic it with certainty. Oh, you may reply, but I assure you, you have some sort of natural accent, and I can't replicate for the life of me. Yes, I'm sure you say that to all the lasses your crew wants to dip. Your crew wants to dip. That's a thing. I'm not sure some phenom. Hush. Aren't you the one who says Kairos sends some shadowy hunters that kills would-be Archons? Some shadowy hunters that kills would-be Archons. One of my specialists says you best keep your lecture spout shut. I probably want it, for everything I'm hearing it leads me to believe Kairos will be here soon. Wait till that by the year 430 we'll be overrun with disfavored. Soon the Princess of Star has all sorts of eyes and ears across stretches. If you have a good story, it simply must be true. Try to be serious here. When the war starts, first there will get curtailed and we'll have a fire in our own hands if we can't survive. If God you thought the territory we could hide, we could make our own way into the mountains to use our magic to hide. Princess termed it immense in its explanation. So it turns out you can convince a lot of dumb people, especially young nobles with more rings than sense, to give those rings to a noble cause. It helps if you can write good letters, but it helps even more if you can pretend to be a wealthy and important Princess of Starwood. Such a useful strategy that a lot of sages copied my trick. Oh great, so it's basically the whole Nigerian prince thing. Anyway, I want to be here when it happens to chronicle it. I think I would assume that is what you would want as well. The last time you saw before the Eater of Fire, third to last. The next two times were too late or too late. Why one is irrelevant. We'll burn the bridge when we come to it. Mate, be a long way away. Now I have some sepia and we have several hours until dinner serves, shall we? Read it.
After all that, I think I need a stiff drink to calm the noises. How are you feeling?
What was it you were hoping to spare?
Well, I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. I think I just wanted to talk to the Lexime I remembered. The Lexime she has become is not the person I thought I loved. But what we want isn't always what actually happens. She'd have known that if she lived by the truth of the Chronicle.
I was correcting the record to forward you some peace.
Considering these Chronicle fragments would have remained corrupted without me, yes, I feel I've done history a service.
So your understanding is more accurate?
Is this an argument for epistemological skepticism?
I don't know,
well, I can say with certainty that I have never willingly obfuscated the record. I never thought I'd be undoing the deceit of another chronicler, but I suppose if you live long enough, you see it all.
I should be pleased by you undoing it.
So be it. When she sullied the Chronicle, she lost the right to speak on behalf of history. And I would prefer not to cross paths with Lexime again. How you saw her in our visions is how I want to remember her.
So if I start ordering you to alter your story of me, so I guess it's go away. Well.
Then I tell you to find another biographer. The best I'll do is pretend like you never asked me to lie for your sake.
Fair enough.
You honor me, Archon, but I'm merely doing my duty as a scholar.
Well, let's keep... We ready to move?
Thank you. I think I needed this last interaction with Lexime before I replace her pages in the Chronicle.
Oh, there you go.
Well then, enough chatter for now. Let's be on our way.
So we can do this again. Save. What if we ate more berries?
I want to see what the big deal is. Let me try.
1 second. Let me just add the
This
secret
should be
ingredient.
interesting. So what if we all ate the berries? Oh god. Oh, this is interesting. Stuff's going on. I'm kicking something. Hi, Tonin. Well, this is interesting. Go chill up your spine, charge you back to your senses in a sobering instant. Your companions stand around you, splattered in blue and purple berry juice, among other things. Hastily destroyed clothing lay strewn about the scene. Surprise grips your old clothing gear and slowly, sheepishly gathered up. Except for Barrack.
Perhaps it's best that we never speak of this again.
Oh, is there an edict of forgetting? If not, get working on it.
Barrick has nothing to say. Oh Jesus, look at all this stuff in my inventory. Where's my armor? Why is my armor in the hell? Oh god, I took off the accessories too. We made a mistake. Took off all my weapons too. Brr. Right, oh shit, I don't remember who had what. Yeah, at least Barrick does it. We don't have to worry about Barrick losing his stuff. We're gonna say, where's your stick? There it is. Put on your death spank mask. Oh, I had you have dodge. Forgot about that. Anyway, put those in there. Looks fine. Oh yeah, he has the Mage Brain helm. That one counted against me, though. Is there any better accessory I could give you? Trap detachment, blah. Immunity to poisoned. Parry. I don't expect you to get hit, though. Tide casting. The problem though, she doesn't really do tide casting. Will defense. More fire. Oh, you give her more resolve. Need burning. Armor against fire. It's fine. Ah, well, that was definitely a thing. So, where's the closest fire? 3 days. And that's the closest fire. Still 3 days, though. Random encounter on the way back? Probably. Yeah, I'm still going to go back and get that buff, but as for now, I want this buff. So, we're just going to rest. Save. Because I need to go take Verse with me. Hi, Verse. You're trying to piss off everyone. Or do you do this for good fun? I'm not judging either. I'm just curious. Casting Edo events where it's a good way to shine a beacon on yourself. So your skin, didn't I? Sure did, but now, like I said, I'm not trying to prod you or suggest you make the wrong call. Someone who likes to stay discreet and touch us opening to strike a given boy. Find your little public gesture of dominance. Well, quite charming in a dumb way. Anyway, first,
at your service, Fatebinder. What do you need? I suppose.
I'll tack homeward. See you there.
Out. Now, Eb's there. She isn't being where like Barrick is. I really need to send people to do things. I really need to... Okay, what I need to do is I need to actually go down to the frickin' library again, though. Which sucks, because I want to go to the other place and deal with that, but... yeah, I need to go do this because time's passed and we should probably get another one going, shouldn't we? Still not sure about that obsidian fragment. Fire, says Garrus. I did read. What you got for me? So, Edict of Male Ditcher. Comb through the ancient scroll, searching for hints of arcane knowledge. I would show that may give insight how cards command powerful edicts. This information will unlock the precise wording of a previously unknown edict. Sure, why not? Add it to my collection of things. We now have a new edict. But if we go here to our edicts, so no edict, no edict, no edict. Edict of Fire, which I should probably deal with that, but I can't seem to deal with that, so. I had to. Yeah, here's the thing. I haven't had to bring up another edict, have I? Anyway, I want you to research something. Oh, I can't research a new edict right now. Huh. Well, you know what? Research that drug recipe. Should tell you to research artifacts, but yeah, sure do that. In the meantime, though, I want to go over here. Oh, for God's sake, not the berry again. Stop with those damn berries. I'm not gonna eat them. I'm a mage. Oh, I'm a battle mage, but still. Do you want these berries to have harmful effects to mages? That'll be great. Oh, this doesn't look good. Windborn, should salt your senses even before you reach River's break. By the time the form stick comes to feel, the burning smell was joined by those of charred rotting flesh and blasted vegetation. Wait, did they kill Kairos the Over Piggy? Oh, house stands in ruins. The plaster cracked and blackened. First steps forward, arms slack our sides, mouth slightly agape. What the Kairos loving shit? Yeah, for first it could be a trap. One of the subject of a beast in heat, maybe. Let's poke around, maybe there's something here that'll give us a better sense of who did this and why. Squirrels. Bloodlight squirrels. The children's former corpse of a... That's a fuck. First sinks to her knees in the ashes and touches the charred and peering face. For a moment silent, she looks up to you, then shakes her head. Could have given her a clean damp, instead she ends up pale, burned alive. It's mercy for you. Find whoever did this. Let's, I got some questions that need answers. Here's hoping those bastards don't want to talk. I really hope they don't want to talk. Create the plants out of the ground in disarray. I was going to do over stuff. Well, a mass hurricane decided to throw down amongst himself. That doesn't scream scar cars on the last bit of Apex. Deep gouges marred the door flame. If there was a blanket. Somebody pried this door open, someone to fire. The fire may have the collective brain of capacity to create feral stone, but they treat their weapons like each one is the daughter of Kairos. Disgraceful with the Overlord and the Great General gifted us of that iron that we might spill the blood of our enemies, not to lever open a stubborn door. So it wasn't that it's favored. Sure,
These were here before, weren't they? Can't say they seem very useful now.
Faint tries to strip the soil. Nice fight, Binder. Tries to faint. When the earth was dry, says whoever left them was traveling light. Couldn't have carried much skill. One of the ruined house seems particularly charred. Look at this fate, Binder. Seen a lot of fires my time, and this isn't it. This is that very special pattern burn that only happens with magic. These marks, sigil work. Too clean for blood hunters. Probably sage work, I guess. Sages did this? If you're know of another organized society of magic users who like to control information, I'd happily look that way. Could I indeed? I believe this was done with a sigil of fire by way of the Sun Queen. As opposed to that of the 1,000 embers were added brand of fire, you can tell by the tinted pattern at the burn edges. The overall blast plan suggests a thorough understanding of modern expressive techniques while the... And now I'm boring us all. Apologies.
We've got a burned farmstead and multiple fire wards set around it. That reeks of our missing fire mage Catorius.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about Catorius.
There's chorus and disfavored shit all over the place. Given how shoddily maintained the iron is, I'm guessing it's all chorus shit.
Could he have been conscripted?
We can always ask him when we find him, assuming I let him live long enough to form an answer. The nearest stronghold is a sad little pile of palisades on the edge of the contested lands called Fort Squander. The disfavored used to hold those walls, so that could go a ways towards explaining their arms being scattered around here. Come on, we've got a sage to track.
Sure.
Lead the way, boss.
Well, why is going, you know, offer stuff, but apparently we're doing this. Oh, so she has 3 points. Not like she really needs more lore, but sure. I was going to the Bears here, but apparently we're doing this. Apparently we're doing this. To Fort Squander. Yay, that's done.
On the lookout.
That's a bunch of, well, that's... This is manned by a skeleton crew. Could be that half the crime is outrageous, but I don't like it. Either way, this is the best opportunity to get in and out without having to cut away through 100 core scrubs. Well, unless it's a trap. Not far from my fate binder, but keeps it pays to keep you on one's toes. So you gonna go bind yourself some fates. Oh geez, look at all that stuff that we picked up. And that stuff. Actually I want to go to the spells. I mean, I could do that, update hers. You could add that if I really want to, but yeah, that's fine. Oh, I'm up to 205, yay, that means I could update that to that. Not sure what else I want to update. You? No, that's too expensive. Maybe. Questioning my decisions, so. I don't know. Oh well. I thought I was supposed to be sneaky.
Shh.
Well, wasn't expecting to have to fight a whole bunch of people. I was right in the video a while ago, wasn't I? Cause I have to toss in like the over 8 hours I'm recorded along with all those parts. Yeah, this video's gonna be a bit long, isn't it?
Send them at me in waves!
I will find you!
This isn't working!
That's how it's done!
Come and face my iron!
Ooh, landed though. What do I want to give land? I was at that point. Oh, Lantern, what do I want to give you? More armor, more heals, and more armor.
Fall before me!
Stuff. More stuff. Stuff. But we should still unlock up the traps, you know. Just cause. Just like this part of the camp that we haven't even touched. How do I loot that? Oh. Okay, that's weird. It's like, you can't touch this, but I can touch it. So, doing a circle in? Maybe. Expecting more. After the corpse is most buried, his favorite brands on our skin, hanging in fair states of play appears in this. You've heard animal opinions unclear whether this was torture, research, interrogation, or entertainment. So it's probably all in this area. Enough sneaking. Rust mode iron weapons have been strewn haphazardly in the corner of the fort. Some seem to be vicious knives broken down from larger swords, while others blaze both new barbs and serrated edges. Hi. A man spins to meet you as you enter the core of the stronghold. His carbon black skin gleaming over a sheen of sooty sweat of grey ash. Smells red robes and he grasps in his hands a staff of legend. Orange flames licking his leg. First, Archon. His eyes flicker to you and he bows his head slightly. Do you know who I am and why I'm here? That should make things quicker. By showing off as the reflected light culture is flame. Taurus. Well, pleasure, Lantry scratches his arm with the fire of his growl. Naturally, I see you charmers to support the Overlord hasn't withered with age. I'm by some servant of fate, but I'm an Archon now. He offers his open palm simply for a safe smear dangling between two fingers. And I'm the Archon of youth everlasting. Chuckles the sound of not like a grapple shaking into a bag. Who's that, are you? Apologies for the lack of introduction, Archon. I'm Kajoris, once of the School of Ink and Quill. More to the matter hand, however, I'm the one of the three supporters of the group that met your friend Scar Fur Control over battle in Apex a few years ago. Pretty damn matter of fact about someone who remain alive is measured in hours. So long. I think I'm going to make it quick. Kindling cock. Now I'm going to savor this nice and slow. Rings his staff with both hands or go to his narrowed eyes. How did I come to earn you unprided enmity? You let Crocus live? I guess I did let Crocus live. Did I? It was easily the worst of us. Did I let Crocus live? I don't remember. Did I let him live? Did I let Crocus live? That's my fucking... No, I'm pretty sure I killed Kronkos, didn't I? Old fairy, aren't you the slightest bit curious about the man? Why the man who killed your fairy friends holds a 10 in the middle cards for second scar curse encampment? Dan stops for a short her eyes when she looks at you, head wide with doubt. Well, I got something to say, Sage. Gonna say it better myself. Simply put, I am a creature of the voices of Narat. Have you no honor, Sage? Voices? What are you trying to say? Of course, it took me and everyone at my village almost 4 years ago, my wife included. I think you'd like Marion, but you're not wrapped up in all this. She's a broad of shoulders, much like a beast woman. Her spirit full of oil and fire. Sounds like the name of no requirement about that. That's your true name, not her conscript name. I won't call her by that. Now we ask the forces to use her to control you. Much of matters in though, of course. But Fish's kill was just a pawn to the Archon of Secrets. I know true matters that baby. But everything now. Marion less so. So you cut a deal. They might do whatever they want, so long as they take out their more sacrificial operations. As a tips man, Sage, you go places the forces people could, cost as they could. Long before the Tarkus clan reached an agreement with the Sages and slaughtered the Kelshan vengeance. Well said, though. Have Tarkus them as planted resistance. Forces allow their operators to slaughter the core and expendable gangs as distraction with their true objectives. I thought they were expendable. Bullshit, each force will 2 dozen conscripts. It's just so that dances go like ours. There's no more vicious forces on the whole fucking field of war. I think you're right. There's something I don't like right. We weren't supposed to kill you, and we weren't supposed to take you alive. The forces wanted you to witness your squad's deaths. But you didn't kill us all, you took Geyser. Capture one of you, yes. Arrested one defensive officer warning. Of course, thought we could sell her. I thought of him and suggest our answer to the Archon Secrets. That's what we did. Got your friend home to the voices. Better believe now cared enough about one of his own to purchase him back. I'm not sure it matters what you believe. You're like, right guys, my sister is dead. If so, she was killed after we left her with the Archon. I suppose to bring us to the present, the forces of that woman was staying orders if you ever figured out the truth of it. Or to bring you to them. So that's what happens next. Which is why I kept you talking until the reinforcements returned from the throne. Well, you've left us no choice. We're just going to murder you. No more search coming to the fortress now. Then you failed on your way to me. You truly believe you'll leave this place. Then this conversation's over, right? First, this is your turn. These guitars I made, I'm going to enjoy this dance guitars. For a red geyser. Not a damn shame, Arkham. Looks like your friendship with this course will be your demise.
More tallies to the body count.
Is you're a chanter, but you don't have that great of armor. I mean, nice use of that.
It will take more than that to
And you guys, you are already.
I will have your head!
Fall before me!
Can I loot, or are you going to go into dialogue? Well, I guess we're just going to have to murder everyone on the way out. Which I am perfectly fine with.
Send them at me in waves!
I see as a crow. Damn thing!
thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Smashed him! My insides.
You'll have to hit harder than that.
I might have left Luke behind, which I know.
I am a shield wall unto myself!
I will break you!
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. Bleed out, you little shit.
This weapon is useless!
Damn thing could...
Alright, that Anyway. Fine, let's loot them. Ooh, stop. How many more? I don't see them on the map, so... I was expecting more. Oh well. Sure then you're bound to hold, you bird-boned scrotum shits. Nancy stares at crazy hand gestures of voice shadows the thick silence had fallen over the palisades. Screw care, screw stupid right, but screw that Archon secrets. Staffs as a cool breeze blowing off the mountain to the west, and Sarah's with peppers. Still with me first? Yeah, wait till you yank me out of the moment, Binder. I was close to enjoying myself. After the signs first starts in the sky, stares me over the smoke of the burning library, puts both hands on her back just above her hips and stretches, showing her pelvis forward until her spine releases a series of satisfying snaps. At some point in your wake is it? The voices I listened while I was supposed to listen. Point everything I heard killed what he told me to kill. Black and white. Black and red, anyway. Guess it was always complicated. I just ignored the complexities. I can't operate solely on my gut instinct anymore. Go see this whole damn peninsula burned to cinders, and then what? Tries to reward strength, I didn't think I was strong enough to move in. Well, influence or circles and that, I don't know. Makes me nervous. Doesn't mean that's I'll be wearing robes and making you call me Archon. Let's finish this later. I want to get out of this whole binder. So I want to bring up the whole thing that they're still the Archon secrets, and I'm not sure did she submit to me or not. There's no real conclusion to that. Anyway, where are we? Hill? I guess back to the mountain spire. The problem is we need to replace her back with Ab. I think we're done with her stuff. Hopefully. Barrack, we still have work to do. By the way, Ab, I need you back in the party.
I trust all is well, my... What is it you need? Of course.
Bears.
Goodbye to you too.
Ab, get back in the party. There we go. So I think I'm gonna end here before we do the whole... Oh, what can I do here at my thing? I can't do anything about the Eater Fire. I could... do that. I could go here to the left of the crossing and deck around with that. What does the Eater of Mount Ditch do? Would twist the strands of fate, causing misfortune and bad luck to Black Generals. It's a plus 50 to all skills. That's pretty great. I could toss on the stone sea. You know, since I'm gonna go fight the voice and Rod and everything, I think I want to issue the Edict of Mount Ditch first. Then I'll end the video. I forgot how long the edicts even last, but yeah. So anyway, more floating and issuing edicts. I'm sure he'll love it. Been no fanfare, just that's happened. I have to torch reverse of the Mount Spire. Before confronting the Arcane Secrets. Okay, well fine, I'll go Tartarverse. I was gonna end the video game. Hi, Verse. There's an hour's perch for stairs and a dreadful cacophony. A warm breeze from the east playing at the ferrets festering in your head.
Fatebinder.
Verse.
I feel my sisters twisting around inside me, Binder. I can't tell whether they're dancing or trying to cut their way out. Or
well,
both.
Probably both.
Oh, thanks, Binder. You're a pal and a half.
She splays her fingers before her, apparently taking a vested interest in the grind beneath her nails.
It feels like all that's in front of me is a gorge so wide and so deep that there's nothing to see but wide open air. Say we come out of this with minds and bodies intact, you've got the tears and the Overlord has everything else. Then what?
Burn the bridge when I come to it.
Damn, Fatebinder. You're sounding more like me every day. I wonder if the voices saw this coming when he tossed me on Law Dog detail. The voices... I can't imagine him bending the knee to you.
No, of course.
Whatever you've got planned, if you're walking into the heart of his power, you'd better be kitted for war.
Well, I already dropped an edict on his ass, but... I mean, you realize the thing is, I haven't even helped the score course at all, practically, so... It's gonna fall upon my
Your
hand.
confidence inspires. It's positively fucking infectious. The Voices has more years behind him than a person can rightly imagine. If anyone's ever dug up a way to cheat the Void, it would be him.
You realize we killed Landed Mark? And then Tunyon submitted to me? So...
What if that way is me? We know he was preparing me for something. What if he made some trap door into me? What if he's hiding inside me right now?
How would he do that?
I don't know! Same way he brought people into himself. Maybe it goes both ways.
Well, you have to keep control of yourself.
You know, I'd never considered trying that. Got any suggestions on that front?
Figure out who first is and stay first.
Now you're going to have me asking how I'm not myself? And don't try and turn me into a sage. We've got shit to do, right? Don't let me hold you up. And thanks, Fatebinder. Archbinder.
Archbinder. Well, we're now the Archbinder. And I confront alongside Averts. Oof. And gain the burning hatred ability. I have to confront. I have to bring Verse with me for that. I don't want to bring Verse with me for that. Don't. Oh well.
At your service, Fatebinder. What do you need? I suppose I'd...
Sorry,
I'll tack homeward. See you there.
Wants me to have Verse for me for this confrontation. Anyway, we're going to end the video here though, because it's been a while. And I need a break. So I hope you all enjoy. Thank you all and have a nice day. So yeah, next time we'll go talk with Grave and Ash. Well, next time we'll go to all my spires again. Collect the shit, sell the shit, all that nonsense. Then we'll go talk to Grave and Ash. But that's for next time. Well, I'm almost done with Tyranny though. Cause yeah, once you reach Act 3, it's just sort of tying up loose ends. Dealing with the Archons. Pretty much sums up Act 3. It's sort of like Dragon Age 2's Act 3. It's just sort of tying up loose ends. Getting stuff done for the finals. Now the whole thing with Tunyon really felt like a final. And then we just moved past it. So, yeah. Anyway, next time.